Southington Planning and Zoning Commission to order. Dave, can you call the roll, please?
Alternate Commissioner Scott. Here. Alternate Commissioner Fode. Alternate Commissioner Caird. Commissioner McGuire. Commissioner Locks.
Here.
Commissioner Coles.
Present.
Commissioner Goodrich.
Here.
Commissioner Bougie.
Here.
Vice Chair Chaplinsky.
Here.
And Chair Walowski.
Walowski's here. With that, we have a quorum. I'm going to seat Commissioner Scott for Commissioner McGuire. I've heard from all the parties that are not in attendance right now, and we have 7. Can we please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can we please remain standing for a moment of silent reflection? Thank you. With that, I'm looking for an approval of minutes from the July 21st, 2026 meeting. Do I have a motion, Mr. Vice Chair?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from July 21st, 2026.
A second?
Second.
Second from Commissioner Locks. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Commissioner discussion, do we have anything new? Probably not, because it's the summer. I'm correct? Okay. Moving on, Chairman's comments. I am going to read the preamble to our meeting and the rules and guidelines. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's meeting of the Southington Planning and Zoning Commission. My name is Steve Walowski, Chair of the Commission, and I would like to take a few minutes to explain the meeting format. Aside from administrative items, tonight's meeting is comprised of 2 parts, the public hearing and the business meeting. During the public hearing, the applicant will present the application to us in detail, which will allow the commission members and the public the opportunity to better understand what is being proposed. The commission members may ask questions during the presentation if needed. We will then ask members of the public who support or oppose the application to speak. If you wish to speak, please raise your hand and wait to be recognized by the chair. Once recognized, please come forward to the podium and state your name and address for the record. Please address all comments directly to the chair and not to the applicant or other members of the public. Please be advised that this is your opportunity to ask questions and make comments on the application, because once the public hearing is closed, no additional testimony from the public or the applicant will be permitted. It is important to maintain order and decorum at all times during the meeting. You will have 3 minutes and must stay on topic. After everyone has had a full opportunity to speak, all questions have been answered, and all information has been received, we will decide whether it is appropriate to close the hearing. We will not consider voting on the application until the business meeting. During the business meeting, we will deliberate on the applications submitted to the Commission and decide how to act on them. The Commission may approve the application as submitted, approve it with stipulations, conditions, or modifications, table action for a future meeting, or in some cases, deny the application. 4 affirmative votes for the Commission are generally required to approve any application. If you have to leave the meeting before a decision is rendered, you may call the Planning Department tomorrow afternoon to get the results of tonight's meeting. So with all that said, I'm going to add one quick sentence, knowing that on the agenda is an application that's continued opening. Anyone that was here at the last meeting and did speak in regards to that application does not have to speak again. It is on the record and therefore in the minutes. So we are all set on that. So we're going to move into the public hearing. Item A, Eric P. and Kristen A. Daigle, special permit application for a proposed garage in excess of 3 spaces. Property located at 244 Pattonwood Drive, Zone R80. This is SPU number 730. Mr. Judas, the floor is yours.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. For the record, my name is Stephen Judas with the Office of Cole Civil and Survey, 876 South Main Street in Plantsville. Here tonight with Eric and Kristen Daigle. regarding property they own at 244 Pattonwood Drive. This property is across the street from the Hawks Landing Golf Course, which is at this location here, and then the 10th hole tee, I believe, is this, at this location right here. We have an existing home with a pool and a small shed, and their existing garage is a two-car garage located at this location. Eric and I have been working on a separate detached garage for this property for some time. At one point, we thought it was going to go on land swap on the Hawks Landing property, but that kind of came to an end when we realized that there was the development rights had been purchased, and that couldn't happen. So we came up with this proposed plan. It's in the back corner of the lot. We have vetted this through the health department and with engineering and planning. We're proposing a 24 by 36 three-car garage with a separate driveway that will come out into Pattonwood Drive here. And the garage, we don't specifically have architecture at this point, but he was going to match the house as far as siding and colors and everything. So it will blend in with what's out there. It's about as far off the roads as possible, and hopefully will be a nice addition to his property. We also have incorporated a stormwater infiltration trench for the roof leader runoff, which is always a good thing. Soils here are very sandy, well drained, and Eric has some, I think, a supportive letter from the golf course, and we're happy to answer any questions that you have for us.
Thank you, Commissioners. Eric Daigle from 244 Pattonwood Drive. The two neighbors that this affects is John, who is here, and I'll give him an opportunity to speak, and then the Hawks Landing. Dan Paradis wasn't able to come. I do have an email I could give to you, which says that the Hawk Landing has viewed this 18 for 18, and they have no issue and challenges with the addition. We've worked hand in hand with them as good neighbors for a long time. So I do have a neighbor for yours, if you'd like me to.
Do you have is it a short email?
It's a very short.
Can you just read it and that'll
Yes,
be
sir.
in the record?
It is from Dan Paradis at hawkslandingcountryclub.com, dated Thursday, August 13th at 7:41 a.m. Hi, Eric. We have reviewed the plans, and Hawks has no issue with your improvements. Please let me know if you need anything else, Dan.
Thank you.
So that pretty much concludes our presentation. If you have any questions for us, we'd be happy to answer them for you.
Okay. All right, at this point, I'll open it up to members of the commission. Anyone with any questions?
I have one.
Dennis?
So I could see you're adding a curb cut to the far side of,
Yes,
yes.
Mhm.
So there, you're doing a 4-foot apron out of asphalt, and is the rest, is it gravel or?
Yeah, it would be, I think the apron is, well, it would be a concrete, it would be a paved apron up to the sidewalk. And then from this, we are proposing on the plan an actual construction entrance. During construction, we would put stone down.
I would pave it at the back end of it. I'm going to make
Yeah.
it match the rest of the residents.
Well, where I'm going with this, is there any way you can connect to the existing driveway so you don't have to add a curb cut?
Unfortunately, sir, the existing driveway is kind of like a U that comes up from the, can I borrow your?
Yeah.
Figure out how to use it. Oh, there you go. So the existing driveway is kind of like a little bit of it's right here. This is the existing driveway. So unfortunately, coming across this area would be where the septic tank and the beehives are. All of this area is open and protected here for drainage and for sanitation. Like Steve said, we started this project with sanitation to make sure that they were okay with where the septic tank was and where our beehives, we don't have leach fields, we have beehives. And they gave the first approval to this process before we even brought it to you, because if they didn't approve, then we knew it wasn't going to go forward. So unfortunately, connecting that would bring it directly across the area where the septic tank is and the beehives are, sir.
Gotcha. So my.
I guess my thing is, I guess the concern of the additional curb cut, is there a traffic concern about it, or?
Well, there would be a safety concern because the golf course is right across the street.
Right, you
I
had,
would say there's more traffic than usual, and there's an intersection on, well, from this diagram on your right.
so
of
there's
the
an
house.
intersection, I don't know if you're I assume you're familiar with the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Most of your traffic, this is all dead end, so this traffic generally goes to the east. This is the entrance to Hawks, so you have vehicles coming in at this
That's where
location.
all the traffic goes, sir, is
And
into
then-
Hawks right there before the cut.
And then-
It's definitely a good 30 to 40 feet before the cut, because they come in and then they come out on the backside of Hawks to come up the hill. So it's a pretty open area there.
I think the other thing that I think is important to note is that this is a secondary, it's more for his classic cars and things like that to be stored. It's not a daily, something he's gonna be using on a daily event. It's gonna be something that on the weekend, he takes a car out and he drives, or whatever he's storing in that, where, you know, daily, they use the driveway here and they use this garage. So I understand the concern. I don't think that this is gonna add any negative really impacts to that area. I think we'll be okay with that, from my perspective.
All right, thank you.
Dennis, you all set?
Yep.
Anyone else? Caleb?
Hi, good evening. Thanks for the application. A couple questions. So you have an existing shed on the property. I'm guessing that, are you going to put another shed up, or this garage is going to take the place of some of the storage that's in there?
Based on the requirements, if the requirements, more than likely, we're going to remove the shed, just because it's just gonna be too much, and
Yeah.
I think that it's gonna, we don't need all buildings in the backyard. My wife wouldn't be happy with that, so,
I mean,
my
it's less
plan
lawn,
is,
less lawn to mow.
My plan is that the part of the garage will be used to replace the shed, which was previously approved. That way, that will be one less structure on the property and not be cluttering the property.
Okay. So then, I mean, because the driveway is going to go right over that, so if you do need to replace the shed, you're going to have to kind of go through the process again.
Yeah, if I can just clarify, we're proposing to bring the driveway around the shed. So I don't know if the shed has to go, but if it's something that they want to
Currently,
leave.
in this, it doesn't have to go, but that would be,
Yeah.
That's your
that's the
ideal.
wife's decision, so.
Gotcha. That-
Coverage-wise, we're at 14.6%, so we're way below I believe 20% is what's permitted in this zone. So we're in good shape from a coverage perspective as well.
So then a couple more. The height of the structure, is it lower than the main structure of the house?
Yes, it basically, what's permitted, I believe, is a story and a half typically, and I think that's what the proposal
Yeah, the
is.
interesting thing, sir, if you drive by the land, right where this is going to go is a hill and a berm, which grade elevation changes about 18 feet right at the top of that hill. So with my neighbor with John to my left, the goal is to, we learned from Hawks a couple weeks ago, to get rid of the very large pine trees that are there and cut the garage into the hill, which will actually make it better for my neighbor, so he won't be looking at a massive structure from this area, because I got an 18-foot change already in elevation, so it'll actually level out the backyard and put the garage back up into the hill.
So yeah, that's exactly the direction I'm going with my line of questioning is, and I appreciate your neighbor coming in and supporting the application. Sometimes we have to kind of look at the next neighbor and the next neighbors after that, and how it's going to affect the skyline.
I mean, he'll see more of, from a one-story with an attic coverage of what we're portraying. He'll see a backside of a roof with a little bit of shingles visible, but it won't be a massive structure that blocks his view in that way.
So it's about 15 feet tall. About how far into the elevation will you be digging?
I want to say it's about 6 to 8 feet, in that range.
It's gonna fit nicely right into the hill
Tuck it
there,
right in there.
and
That
take
is,
away
there's
those massive
almost a
trees.
little high point that kind
Yeah.
of bubbles right around where the garage is. So that's kind of what they're working with.
Okay. And that's, I guess this is a question for the staff. That's not an issue with removing the amount of material from there?
No, worst case,
Perfect.
400 cubic yards.
We are way below that. Yeah. Okay. And then the last question is, and just to make sure that we have it on the record, the the setback for the new structure is far enough from the property line as it's,
Yes, it's required to be 10 feet, and we're 10 and a half on both property lines.
all right. Those are my questions. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you,
Anyone? Todd?
Yeah, just a couple quick questions. A friend of mine lives on Savage Street. Now, there's been a threat of golf balls hitting his house, you know, just because he lives across from that one. But with no structure there currently, is there, I mean, and I know it would more impact you than anything, but is there any threat of golf balls, like smashing windows or anything like that? Or- 'cause I think you said the 10th hole, was it?
The people that play at Hawks, there's always a threat.
Yeah, sure.
But the 10th tee actually goes off
The
the
other
back
direction.
there.
The other way, okay.
So, you know, other than the ricochet, which
Yep.
we get every once in a while.
Sure.
It's not coming our way.
Okay, just more of a curiosity. And I know you spoke to the shed already, just bringing that back up. I know, you know, with the house and, a very large garage and shed, feels a little cluttered. Would you be willing to add the stipulation that you would remove the shed if you were to put this up, or?
I would be willing to add the stipulation.
Okay. Those are my questions.
All set, Todd? Okay. Mike?
How about electricity and water? Do you plan on having water and electricity in the shed?
Yes, my thoughts are, right now I have electricity and water running to the shed. So that
The
would
garage,
probably
excuse
be able to be rerouted to the garage to shut off during the winter time because of the, you know, it's coming through the sprinkler system at this point. So I don't anticipate getting separate, it's a garage, so I don't anticipate needing separate power or water to it versus what I'm already getting to the shed.
Is it one and a half stories, did I hear?
Basically, the way your regulations looks at this type of thing is they measure it from from the eave to the peak, the halfway point. So basically, that would be 1.5 story height. In the garage, again, I think when we come in for special permit on the garage, there's a lot of flexibility. I think you've seen much larger garages. This is actually quite reasonable as far as some of the garages I think have come through. And it's just your average garage. It's basically 1 story, and then there will be an attic space above it.
Thank you.
All set, Mike? Anyone else? Go ahead, Dave.
Just for some clarifying questions. So the heavy dotted line that right now goes around the current shed is kind of broken up by it. Is that going to be, is that a fence? I can't really tell from the map. Is that a fence that's going to get moved to behind the garage once it's built?
That's actually a sedimentation fence for sediment control. So that will just be used during construction to prevent erosion, and then once the site is stabilized, they'll take it down.
Okay, thank you. Last question. So for, I think it's 201 Pattonwood, there's a curb cut there going into that. The curb cut we were talking about, you had mentioned there being about 40 feet in between. Is that the 40 feet you were mentioning?
So
Into the next curb cut?
there's a curb cut, this is our proposed curb cut, and then there's the existing curb cut for the driveway to the house. And then there's a curb cut across the street into Hawks Landing Golf Course. I don't believe there are any curb cuts in the westerly direction until for a couple hundred feet.
There's
passes.
actually one.
Oh,
there's a
one into
curb
that
cut
field
at
there?
the 10th hole there, which is probably gonna be another, that whole lot can't be more than
Is that where they
200.
overflow parking? Is that what they?
Yeah, overflow parking in the
Yeah.
10th, the 10th hole access. So
Okay.
there is another curb cut, but it's not for vehicles, sir, it's
It's
for the
for
golf carts to
golf
go up to
carts.
the 10th hole.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify that it's additional to that.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right.
Can I ask just one follow-up, please?
Follow-up from Caleb?
Yeah, thank you. Sorry for, you mentioned that there was water that was gonna be there. What's the water for? What's the water for? I'll let you answer the question.
Just a very, car washing, nothing more than that, like,
Spigot.
it comes from the sprinkler system, so it would only be on during the summertime and when obviously it's not freezing, but other than, car washing and general maintenance, there's nothing else going in that area that would need water.
Okay. I'm not gonna expand on that. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Non-potable.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Thank you, sorry about that.
All right, so just a couple quick questions from me. How many garage bays are there currently on the house?
2, right?
Two.
2,
2, and so you're looking to add 3 for a total of 5?
yes.
Okay. Is there a rendering of the proposed building?
We do not have a rendering at this time, sir.
Okay. A rendering would be helpful. All right, that's it for me.
Okay. I think if the rendering is a make or break, we can continue and we can come back in a couple of weeks and give
I
you
just
something.
like things easy, Steve. you
I
know that.
understand. I think that, yes, we should have had a rendering. I apologize for that.
All right, well, I brought it up. The commissioners can
Right.
make up their own minds on that. All right, so seeing no more questions from commissioners, I'm going to open it up to members of the public. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak in favor of this application? Yep. To the podium, state your name and address, please.
Hi, I'm John Vlosik. I'm the neighbor to the left, and I have no problems with whatever they're going to be doing. We've been neighbors probably for
What's
20
your
years
address,
plus, and no problems.
What's the
Your address, please, sir?
Address 32 Burning Tree Drive. And no problems, sorry, this is new to me. No problems with whatever they plan on doing. We've been neighbors for a long time, and good people, and no problems.
Okay. Does anyone have a question for John? All right.
I think I'll be the most affected if I
Well,
don't have a
That was
problem.
going to be my point, is
Yeah.
that you seem to be
No
the
problem.
person that would be the most
Yeah.
affected by the location of this garage. It's right next to your property. By all accounts, it seems as if, the view from your property will be minimal, so,
Yep.
all right. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Anyone else? Anyone here to be opposed to this application? Okay, seeing none. Anyone opposed to closing? Are you all set, Steve? You have anything else to
Yeah,
add?
I just, I guess if a rendering would be helpful to the commission members, then we're happy to continue and come back with a rendering. I think that some of the garages that we've come in with have been pretty big, and this is really benign compared to some of the other ones. If it wasn't for the third bay, I don't think we'd even need a permit. I think it's the third bay that kind of puts us over this threshold. So nothing out of the ordinary with this proposal, and I can tell you Eric has a very well-maintained property, takes a lot of pride in his property and his house, and it will be tastefully constructed. So
All right.
that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, everybody in favor of closing the public hearing? All right, with that, item A, the public hearing is closed. We're going to move on to item B, Johnson East petition to change a zoning district boundary from B zone to R12 zone, property located at 215 Flanders Street. This is zone change number 588. And I will remind everyone, this is a continuation of the same public hearing from our previous meeting.
Thank you,
Floor is
Mr.
yours, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. James Iogus, 104 Bellevue Avenue. I'm an attorney in Bristol for the applicant. As you may recall, we were here last meeting to present the bulk of this application in terms of requesting the zone change on this parcel of land. It's 6.3 acres located at the intersection as shown on your maps. The property is serviced by city sewer and city water. Much of this is what we talked about last month. We continued it because I thought Mr. Sinise had something to add to the application. It turns out that he did not. So we wasted your time to some extent for carrying this over. The proposal is for an R12 zone. It is consistent with your plan of development. It will be for a higher density type of development in terms of single-family residences. And as I said, it has access on 2 streets, so there's no infrastructure development associated with this. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Steve is here, Steve Judas, and he had prepared the plan for us.
Okay, thank you. I'll open it up to the commissioners. Any questions for the applicant? All right, seeing none. I was going to ask,
Yes, sir.
can you just give a brief overview of some potential uses for the property if it remained a B zone?
Well, the problem with the B zone is it would be generally commercial. It's located in a heavily residential neighborhood. It abuts the cemetery on one side. Obviously, to the rear are the 55 and over homes that we had developed previously, and we have multifamily homes across the street as well. And then there's a single-family neighborhood going up the side street. So the commercial uses would be small retail type of uses, the types of uses that are very difficult to maintain nowadays. I think every community struggles with the retail part of this. In many, with the new legislation that was just passed by the state, the mixed-use regulations that they proposed were multifamily above retail. The difficulty is that having small retail shops underneath the residential, they tend to change hands quite often, or they tend to fail more often than not. So those are the things that we're trying to avoid, and that's why we think the residential use in this particular location is certainly better.
Okay, thank you. And I'll point out to the commission that this is simply a zone change, district boundary change, and any future development would be requiring a site plan approval. So we would see this again, certainly. So, all right, seeing no more questions from the commission, at this point, I'll open it up to members of the community. Anyone that wants to speak in favor of this application, please come forward now. All right. You're in favor, sir?
I have a question. William Sabota, 136 Applegate. My question is, if the application was denied, what would the alternative be? I guess that's for you.
Well, sir, your questions go through here.
I'm sorry.
We will follow that,
Okay.
follow up on that. And to elaborate on that, you know, if the zone change doesn't go through, it'll remain a business zone, in which case convenience stores, gas stations, things such as that can go. They're trying to change it to residential, and there's no plan before us, so we can't comment on what we don't know about, but the two distinguishing factors here are business versus residential, so that's, you know, as far as it can be elaborated on.
Would this be an instance where 25-1 could come into play? The Public Act?
830G? 830G.
The
Well, there's two-
affordable
Mr.
housing?
Mr. Chairman, so there's two separate issues here. 25-1 isn't affordable housing. That's new legislation that
Right.
Attorney Zioga spoke to. If you go into an R12, no, because you're going from a business zone where it is allowed to R12 where it's not allowed. But an 830G could go in a business zone or an R12. It just can't go in industrial.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So that seemed informational. It didn't seem for or against. So again, I'm assuming there's no one here to speak in favor of this. Is there anyone here to speak opposed to this application? All right, seeing none. Everyone's in agreement to, are you
It's just-
satisfied with your presentation?
Well, are you satisfied with my presentation is a better question. Just to the gentleman's concern, you're absolutely right with respect to retail, commercial gas stations, convenience stores, certainly not things that are, I don't believe, conducive to that neighborhood. But there is no mixed-use concept to this plan. This is strictly residential, just so to be clear about that.
Mhm. Thank you. All right. All right, members of the commission, we're satisfied we can close the public hearing? Yes, all right. See, public hearing B is closed. We're going to move into our business meeting. If I can find the right paper. Okay, here we go. Item A, Eric P. and Kristen A. Daigle, special permit application for a proposed garage in excess of 3 spaces, property located at 244 Pattonwood Drive. This is Zone R80 and SPU number 730. I'm looking for a motion to approve item SPU number 730. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve item SPU number 730 with the stipulation that the shed is removed as a part of the application.
Vice Chair Chaplinsky with a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second with the stipulation.
All right, seconded with the stipulation, Commissioner Coles. Dave, can you call the roll? Any discussion first?
Do you know, how much importance do we place on getting a rendering, or are we okay to move forward?
I think we have the motion without the renderings, so I guess we're good to go.
right.
All right, Dave?
Commissioner Locks,
Yes.
Commissioner Coles,
Yes.
Commissioner Bougie,
No.
Commissioner Goodrich,
Yes.
Commissioner Scott,
Yes.
Vice Chair Chaplinsky,
Yes.
and Chair Walowski.
To remain consistent, I will be a no. Motion passes. Congratulations on your garage. Item B, John Sinise, petition to change the zoning district boundary from B zone to R12 zone, property located at 215 Flanders Street. This is zone change number 588. I'm looking for a motion to approve zone change number 588. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve item ZC number 588.
I'll second.
We have a motion from Commissioner Chaplinsky and a second from Commissioner Bougie. Any discussion? All right. Dave, can you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Locks,
Yes.
Commissioner Coles,
Yes.
Commissioner Bougie,
Yes.
Commissioner Goodrich,
Yes.
Commissioner Scott,
Yes.
Vice Chair Chaplinsky.
Yes.
And Chair Walowski.
Wolowski's a yes. Motion carries unanimously. Item C, renewal of aquifer protection registration at 600 Woodruff Street. This is AQ-2.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, so the next two items, there is an aquifer protection zone within the town, so certain storage of fuels or repair of small engines, that type of thing within that zone are regulated to protect the wells and wellheads. In this case, 600 Woodruff Street is the National Guard Armory, so the government looked into this particular case and had no issues with the renewal. So at the local level, where staff has no problem with the renewal.
Okay. Did you mention what the property was?
It's a National Guard Armory.
National Guard Armory. Everybody heard that? Okay, thank you.
That's why the state and feds
Yep.
got involved in that one.
Okay. So I guess we're looking for a motion to approve AQ-2.
Sure.
So can I just ask a question, though?
Yep.
This is just a registration? There's no work being done?
This is correct. This is a renewal of the existing registration, so every, I think, 4 to 5 years, they have to come back, and we hear from them first. Doesn't always happen. Sometimes we have to go looking for it, but in this case, they came to us, so yeah, good record keeping there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve item AQ-2.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Commissioner Locks with a second. Dave? can we
Commissioner
get a-
Locks,
Yes.
Commissioner Coles.
Yes.
Commissioner Bougie,
Yes.
Commissioner Goodrich.
Yes.
Commissioner Scott,
Yes.
Vice Chair Chaplinsky.
Yes.
And Chair Walowski.
Wolowski's a yes. Motion carries unanimous. Item D, renewal of aquifer protection registration for 29 High Street. This is AQ-3.
Yes, same concern. This is the YMCA, but they store chlorine and gas to mow the lawns. Again, staff has no issues with this.
Okay, I'm looking for a motion to approve AQ-3.
Make a motion to approve item AQ-.
Second.
One second.
Commissioner Locks with a second. Dave, can you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Locks,
Yes.
Commissioner Coles,
Yes.
Commissioner Bougie,
Yes.
Commissioner Goodrich.
Yes.
Commissioner Scott,
Yes.
Commissioner Vice Chair Chaplinsky.
Yes.
And Chair Walowski.
Wolowski's a yes. Motion carries unanimous. Item E, release of 10,200 erosion and sedimentation bond at 101 Smorin Drive, FKA 99 Smorin Drive, SPR number 1843. Ready for action?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm looking for a motion to approve number 1843.
I'll make a motion to approve item SPR number 1843.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Dennis.
We have a second for Commissioner Bougie. Dave, please call the roll.
Commissioner Locks.
Yes.
Commissioner Coles,
Yes.
Commissioner Bougie,
Yes.
Commissioner Goodrich.
Yes.
Commissioner Scott,
Yes.
Vice Chair Chaplinsky.
Yes.
And Chair Walowski.
Woloski's a yes, motion carries unanimous. Okay, moving on to item 11, administrative items. Item A, 1198 West Street Buffer Modification Request. This is SPR 1727. Dave, the floor is yours.
All right, well, Superior Equipment on the corner of Churchill and West Street, they moved in to where, I believe it's the old construction engineering company was, up on the hill. And they'd like to supplement the buffer plantings around the upper parking area with a fence to provide a visual and noise screen. It is an industrial zone with houses adjacent. We've been in contact with the neighbors. Staff is certainly in favor of it. This is actually supplementing what was already there for plantings. I would say it's somewhat voluntary, and it doesn't really need a site plan modification because it's over and above, but it is a change, so we just need the blessing from the commission on it.
Okay, does anyone have any questions regarding it? All right, seeing none. Can we do a voice
I'll do a quick roll call.
roll call?
Yeah.
Okay.
Commissioner Locks?
Yes.
Commissioner Coles?
Yes.
Commissioner Bougie?
Yes.
Commissioner Goodrich?
Yes.
Commissioner Scott?
Yes.
Vice Chair Chaplinsky?
Yes.
And Chair Walowski.
Woloski's a yes, motion carries. Receipt of new applications and items to schedule for public hearing. Dave?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. Interesting.
Yeah, we expect a few, but we
All right.
don't have them yet.
We should have some activity for
Yeah,
September.
likely some subdivisions.
All right, so
Site
we
plans.
won't be on the bench much longer.
Picking back up.
All right. Caleb, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, I hope everyone's enjoying their summer. Reality will hit come September.
Thanks, Ian.
Actually,